Hey there Capricorn, it's Viv. Welcome to your week ahead reading for the 16th to the 22nd of July 2018. I'm using the Modern Spellcasters Tarot this week, and that's by Melanie Marquis. It's still an 8-card spread though, so one overall card for the energy of the week and then one card each for the days of the week, Monday through to Sunday. So the overall energy of the week is the Judgment card, and this is the card can mean all sorts of different things, but what I'm picking up, what I'm getting from the card when I look at it at the moment is like a revival, a renewal, something coming back to life. It feels like there's a hand of God that's involved here. It feels like there's something out of your control that is happening here, that is bringing something back to life, that there is a sense of renewal here. And whatever it is that this hand of God is holding, I can't work out whether it's a pipette and that these people are being basted in something, or whether it's like a needle and they're being injected and revived, and they're coming back to life that way. Certainly things are hotting up for them, and it does feel like the end of an old cycle. It feels like the passing of a phase and the beginning of something new that is morally correct, that it's something that should happen and that it's right and just that it happens, this rebirth, this coming around again. So as we start the week on Monday, we have the King of Swords here, and the King of Swords energy is somebody who has a very tight grip on things. He's somebody who's very much in charge, very much in control, cool, calm, steely, unemotional. It's not that he's blunt, he's just he says what he thinks. He's very direct, he's open and honest and truthful. There is possibly and I am picking up on maybe there's an underlying energy of anger, and that he is feeling so determined, and there's a feeling of needing to control the emotions here, that what's coming towards him this week, or what's coming towards you or a person in your environment, is something that they feel angry about, and but they need to control that, and they don't want that to run away with them, and for it to dominate their experience this week. They might feel that the anger is justified, and they might feel that they are in the right and that they are morally correct, but even so, they don't want that feeling to run away and to dominate the week. They want the feeling of control really to dominate the week. And as we move into Tuesday, I think there's a bit of a softening of the of that feeling of having to dominate and control, and just there's much more of a relaxing into feeling much more comfortable in your own skin. So this isn't this is still a very powerful, potent card, but this is coming from knowledge and experience, and it's also coming from feeling comfortable in that knowledge and experience is there to support you and to back you up. It's not coming from a feeling of having to dominate. It's coming from it's knowing that you are in control, and that's coming from this very deep feeling of wisdom and understanding of the environment and the world around you, and the people in it as well. So it's understanding why other people are the way that they are, and why they've behaved in the way that they've behaved, and what their motivations are, and what their intentions are, and what drives them. As we move into Wednesday, there's a feeling of something moving forward very quickly. And when I look at the card on Thursday, which is the Tower card, some change is happening very quickly. So something happens on Wednesday to bring that about, and a situation moves forward very swiftly indeed. So there is some news, it could be communication, it could be insight coming to you in the form of a judgment, some kind of truth that you are realizing, that hits you and changes things, causes a very sudden turnaround. Or it could be communication that comes from somebody else. This could also indicate travel, so it could be that you're travelling to somewhere, and that travel to the event, whatever that event is, brings about or instigates, is the catalyst somehow for this event the following day, which is the Tower event. And this is this is something that you thought was solid and secure, being impacted and being shaken, and something is collapsing that you thought was unshakable and indestructible. Because this destruction is happening in the form of bolts of lightning, this could be insight coming from whatever happened the day before, that come to shake up your worlds. But whatever is happening, it feels like it had to happen, and it feels like this Tower moment, this sudden change, is the right thing, and that it was meant to happen, and it's the right thing to happen now. The sudden change could be a change of opinion, a change of perspective. It could also point to a change of physical circumstances, but my feeling is, because most of the cards are wands, it's to do with thinking. It's to do with what's going on in our heads, in our minds. And there's also a couple of cups cards here, so thought and feeling are very closely linked, and so there's it feels like that there's a shake-up in our emotions here, but that this is a good thing. When we get to Friday, the shake-up appears to have passed, and it feels like there's a sense of release here, with a return to friendship, a coming together. It feels like there's almost like there's such a letting go, and there's a throwing yourself into fun and friendship and having a good time. And it's not hang the consequences, it's more, it feels like it's the right thing to do. It feels like it's been a long time coming. And as we move towards the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, we've got two aces here. So we've got two kings, we've got the King of Swords and the King of Wands, and then we've got two aces, which is the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So we have three of the elements here, we're just missing Pentacles. But this is all to do with our thoughts and emotions, and very much ties in with the Judgment card, and there being like such a sense of renewal and rebirth this week. and that this being a long time coming, that it feels like the correct thing, the morally correct thing, the right and just thing to happen. So there is a new start emotionally, and this coming after the Tower moment earlier on in the week, that there is a feeling of revival, a feeling of refreshment, a feeling of almost like a renewal of love, and reconnecting with a feeling of deep love. This could be for your current partner, this could be for it could be for I don't know, rediscovering a passion for the work that you do. It could just be allowing yourself to let go a little bit, and just to let your emotions flow a little bit more, so that you demonstrate your love and you demonstrate your feelings to those people who are closest to you and who need to know how you feel, who feel reassured when you're sharing how you feel with them. And on Sunday we have the Ace of Wands, which kind of compounds this new beginning, this revival, this renewal. And this is coming with more insight, with this again a flash that is coming from the heavens here, that's been delivered on sunbeams direct from God, and it's enlightening, and it's inspiring. And so there is, by the time we get to the end of the week, I mean, these last 3 cards, there's such a feeling of joy. And then as I'm looking back at the Judgment card here, I mean, she's this woman who's rising up, she's got her arms wide open and she's just welcoming this change in. I mean, she's really grateful for it. And like I say, the overall feeling is that this is a long time coming, but it's the right thing to happen. So there we go, Capricorn. I hope that makes sense. Those are your messages for this week. I hope they've resonated with you. I'll be back again next time with another weekly reading. So until then, take care.